Baby, complicated. Left me
Great shots, man.
well, my baby complicated. Left me in the right. Train full, got an on the
Hey, guess where you're at? You're in downtown Santa Paula for cruise night. First Friday of every month, but the sad news is this is the last one of the season. My name's Peggy Kelly. I'm a proud Santa Paulan, and I love cruise night. All pre-1975 cars. It's held October. It ends and it starts up again in April, the first Friday of the month, and it's always just a great event that draws people from all over Ventura County, LA County, Santa Barbara County, live music as you can hear, just all sorts of fun things to do, demonstrations, they've got wonderful restaurants to eat at, great little shops to shop in, and I've got to move now because somebody's going to run me over. All the cars here at Cruise Night are pre-1975. All pre-1975, and they are beauties. And Cruise Night's the place to be from October, well, I should say from April to October. Come on down the first Friday of the month. They have wonderful restaurants, shops, places to eat, places to have fun. If you haven't been to Santa Paula, you haven't been anywhere. It's like no other place on earth. Santa Paula is a real place for real people. It's a wonderful atmosphere for families. Oh, there's a bunch of handsome dogs, I'm telling you. Good-looking men to look at. What more could you want? You can find it all in downtown Santa Paula at Cruise Night. The Chamber of Commerce and the Santa Paula Police Officers Association this is the 14th year. Next year it'll be the 15th season of Cruise Night. It's just been a wonderful event every month. People look for its limited engagement. And let's see, we've got one over here I think we should stop at pretty soon. When you see the beautiful purple car, you're going to stop very gently. You're going to stop. You're not going to slam on your brakes. Oh, now you're going to stop. There you go. Let's get the owner of this beautiful purple car over here. I believe this is a Hudson, and it's just a great car. Yes, the purple one. Let's see if we can get the owner over here, Pat Askren. Pat Askren is actually the ex-fire chief of Fillmore, California, and Fillmore's about 9 miles to the east. Pretty good. Whoa. How you doing, Pat? I'm interviewing you.
Oh, you're interviewing me. Hello, how are you today?
Fine. How are you today? How are you this early evening?
I love the weather. The change of weather is fantastic. I'm tired of hot weather, so this is just beautiful.
I know it even got hot in Santa Paula. It was disgraceful.
Yeah.
Listen, I've got to ask you to tell us about your car.
It's a 1951 Henry J, powered by a small block Chevrolet. It's plum crazy in color, and it's got little flame action going on in it. It's a neat car. It's an old drag car out of the 70s that I refurbished.
I was wrong. I thought it was a Hudson because I forgot there was a Henry in there, but it looks like a really neat car.
It's a fun car. I really enjoy it. Everybody trying to figure out what it is. Most of the people walking down the street don't have a clue as to what it is. So that's the fun part. I've had it since 1987.
How long's it taken you to restore? Did you have to restore the whole thing?
Oh yeah, it was taken clear down to the frame and brought back. I spent about 2.5 years building it. So.
Well, that's what I'd like to do is have somebody strip me down to the frame and rebuild. But you know,
I'm needing it for myself also. Nice talking to you, Peggy.
Nice talking to you too, Pat. Thank you. That was Pat Askren, the former fire chief of Fillmore, California, talking about his Henry J, I think it was. And they all reflect the same thing. The owners just love them. They go ahead, they polish them up. They've got them in tip-top shape. We've even had a few where people come out and just brag about what they're doing, and they've got it pretty well stripped down. So we've got everything here at Cruise Night. As long as it was built before 1975, they want to go ahead and display it. And wonderful people all having a wonderful time in downtown Santa Paula. Cruise Night was basically thought of, oh, there's everybody in the window at Garmin's having a good dinner. Hey, everybody's waving. Love it when people wave. Wavers, everybody wave. Everybody has a great time. People are so friendly in Santa Paula. It's just the atmosphere here. Santa Paula is a real place for real people, and they're all just a really nice bunch of folks. We get people at Cruise Night from Los Angeles County, Santa Barbara County, from Santa Clarita. A lot come out here. After all, we're right up the 126 highway, where you can get to us from both directions, and actually from any direction is the way you could get to Santa Paula. And it's worth the drive. It's not that far. Wonderful shops, great restaurants, and of course, if you're lucky enough, you'd have to plan ahead now, though, because this is the last cruise night of the season until April, the first Friday of the month. It's always pretty nostalgic to be at the last cruise night of the season because people really look forward to them all year round.
Oh, we're going to be on TV. Smile.
Smile and wave. Smile and wave. Hey, smile and wave. Smile and wave. Or wave and smile. Wave and smile. Hey, you guys. There they are. Hey, hey, my buddies, the explorers, and the officers, of course. But the explorers are post-explorers. My buddies are always in jail. That's why they're my buddies. They're too much fun, these kids. The explorers work with the police department. They're all young kids. A lot of them are just 14 years old. And they're great community volunteers. And here we go. Whoa. We've got a great live band every month. We'll have to look for Sergeant Phono. Okay, now we're crossing 8th Street because cruise night just goes on forever. Just keep cruising because basically what we have is it starts at 10th Street and then they have it for up until the end of 7th Street. And I mean, they close off the side, some of the side streets. They've got an overflow of cars. They get hundreds and hundreds of cars down at Cruise Night every year, every first Friday from April to October. And of course, tonight it's October, so that's the end of that. It's going to be the end of it for the season. Why don't we go ahead and I see one of the Cruise Night organizers here. Maybe we can stop very gently and I can talk to him. Oh, I want you to introduce yourself, and then I'm going to give you a big old verbal kiss about what a great event this is.
Okay. My name's David Anderson, and I'm the organizer of Santa Paula Cruise Night.
There you go. And I was just telling everybody, Dave, that it's just been a wonderful event, and this is the end of the 14th year. And why don't you go ahead and let us know? I haven't seen Henry Aguilar yet. I know you worked with Henry on that, on this event, of course, with the Chamber of Commerce and the Santa Paula Police Officers Association. Go ahead and let us know what the thinking was behind creating Cruise Night.
Originally, the thinking was to create something downtown to bring people to the new revitalized downtown that we had 14 years ago. It had just freshly been done and not enough people were coming down here. So Chief of Police Bob Gonzalez at the time came up with the idea to get a cruise night going down here, and he contacted Henry and myself since we are into the car cultures, and we put one together, and it was about a half a block long, and
I remember the first one.
yeah, and it's just grown from there. It's been quite
Talk
a success.
about your own love of cars.
Oh, loved cars since I was in high school. And I just happened to marry a woman who's loved cars since she was in high school. So we've
Well, now you're not going to tell me when you guys went on a date you took separate cars because you both love cars, are you?
No. No, when we first met, neither one of us really had a classic car.
And what do you have now?
We have a 57 Chevrolet, two-door hardtop, and then we have a 57 Nomad, 62 Corvette, and a 63 Corvette, a 40 Chevy pickup, and a 68 Camaro.
Wow, that's a garage full.
Yes, it is.
Do you have any?
More than a garage.
Now you live in Fillmore.
Yes.
So do you have any sort of special storage area that you put all your cars in? Because I know people that own these beautiful classic cars are very picky about where they're parked and leaving them out in the elements and all
I
that.
have garage space for 7 cars on my property. So,
Wow.
so we don't have to try to rent storage space someplace.
But how many cars do you have? I lost count. Oh, okay. You've got 8 cars. Okay. Well, if I had that many cars, I'd have to be living in at least one of them. But
Yeah, sometimes I think we need to do that too.
now, anything you want to say about your appreciation, how this has grown over the years? I know that you and Henry Aguilar, who co-organized it with you, if I can get that out properly, have been honored several times. I know the cruise night itself has been honored because it's such a great event. How do you feel about it after all these years?
Oh, I think it's been a great success, and as long as Henry's willing to keep doing it, then I'll keep doing it with him. So. And
Okay, great.
hopefully we can get several more years out of this.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks, Dave. What a great job over all the years. Thank you. You getting some shots of him? Good. Okay, you know, another wonderful aspect of cruise night is people get to come to downtown Santa Paula. We've got absolutely beautiful historic buildings in the downtown. That's why it's a star of films and commercials and television shows, because it's just got such wonderful architecture. It's been featured in so many films and so many different pieces of film over the years. A lot of the buildings in the downtown date from the very early 1900s. Actually, probably some of them are 1903, 1905, following a disastrous fire they'd had downtown. That's why so many of the buildings in the downtown of Santa Paula are actually made of blocks, because before the main street had been wooden buildings. So when they had a fire, there was no hope, that was for sure. They've just got a great lineup all the time of things to do in Santa Paula, and it's just a great place to come. What can I say? If you haven't been to Santa Paula, you haven't been anywhere. And enjoy the parties, enjoy all the people that are here all the time. Like I said, if you're not here this evening, you're going to have to wait until April, when cruise night starts up again on the first Friday of every month through October. This is the end of the 14th cruise night season. See, look at everybody. It's starting to people are really starting to jump. We've got great little restaurants in downtown Santa Paula and on the side streets too. It's just a great place to come and have fun with the family. Somebody's barking at Sergeant Bono. Don't bark at him. He's a CHP officer. What do you think you're doing? We're going to check and see. There might be a surprise dance here tonight, so we're going to check that out.
How you doing?
Fine, how are you?
Good, doing fine.
And here's Sergeant Bono,
Sergeant
correct?
Bono, yes, with the Highway Patrol, yep.
Yes, now, your name, sir?
Lynn Menick.
He's a great guy, Lynn, and he always brings Sergeant Bono down here. As a matter of fact, Sergeant Bono has his own Facebook page, and he's a celebrity. And I read about Sergeant Bono today in the Los Angeles Times, because he was in L.A., actually, what was it, Hollywood? They had the Broderick Crawford Centennial Parade. And Broderick Crawford, of course, had played in the Highway Patrol, the famous old series from, what was that, the 50s to 60s, something like that.
55 to 1959.
Wow, he knows all the details. And then, of course, for quite a while in syndication.
Yes, correct. And that's 2150, his call number, Broderick Crawford.
Oh,
Highway Patrol.
2150. Now, I guess, unfortunately, too, they also had another code, because he had a tendency at times to have a little drink. So, but the CHP used to keep an eye out for him, and take away his license when appropriate. Now, how long have you owned Bono?
3 years.
And where'd you get Bono
I
from?
found him up in the mountains, up where the condors are, up in Sespe. They were out shooting, and he had ran away and been there about 3 days, and I saw him there up in a shale dugout at Dead End Road, gave him some jerky and water and gave him a bath and put the sunglasses under his ears like my good pal Ginger, and he was good to go.
Oh, that's wonderful.
But he loves everybody.
And everybody loves Sergeant Bono. Now, how long have you had this car, and what did you do to this car?
3 years. It was a two-door post 55 Buick that didn't run. I put it all back together, painted it, and put it on the road. Now we're repowered with a big Chevy engine in it. 1955 Buick.
Well, like I said, Lynn is at all the events. He's in the parades. Anything to do with the CHP. He's a very strong booster, and they just love him for his participation all over Southern California. And also, Sergeant Bono and this car has been used in a lot of shoots for modeling and advertising and the whole thing. Is Sergeant Bono perhaps now independently wealthy?
He's doing really good. He's doing good. He feels good. He just loves everybody to death and loves the highway patrol and law enforcement.
Well, he's a very sweet animal. Does he write tickets?
He would love to, especially loud exhaust like tonight. I will put the siren on for Sergeant Bono in a second.
Oh, he's going to put the siren on for Sergeant Bono. I bet he likes that. And I know everybody comes down here. Half the people that come to Cruise Night have a camera, they've got a video camera, and they always try to find Sergeant Bono because he's just a trip.
Certainly, certainly. And everybody loves him, and he loves them to death. He gets pictures of little kids in the car, babies and all with the car, and they just love it. Just really good for everybody.
Yeah, he's a wonderful guy. And you know what, Len, you are too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
nice
you much.
seeing
Let me
you.
put the siren on for
Oh
you.
yeah, put the siren on. He's going to put the siren on for Sergeant Bono. Tell our driver not to get nervous. Wow, what a car, what a dog. Sergeant Bono, I love you. He is one handsome dog, that Sergeant Bono, and everybody loves him. So sweet, such a nice dog. But I might add the CHP have always been trained to be very sociable. They consider it more of a public relations job along with law enforcement because most of the time they're lucky enough that they're just actually after people that are doing traffic infractions. CHP is a wonderful organization and they're actually our state police now. You know, and I don't know how long that's been going on, but, you know, they used to do it differently. And the CHP's got a wonderful history because I think in actuality the CHP was founded in, what, 1930, 1929?
Yes, 1929, I believe.
1929, the CHP was founded, and as a matter of fact, the hero of the St. Francis Dam, Thornton Edwards, who helped with other people to alert people from the floodwaters of the 1928 St. Francis Dam. At that point, he was working for what was called the State Motor Police, which became the CHP. And it's a wonderful organization of very dedicated people. Thanks again, Lynn, for all your insights.
You're welcome, you're welcome. We really love it. We like to be there, and we love the people.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
And everybody loves you. Thank you so much. Hi, Gary Rice is with me, and he's here tonight at Santa Paula's Cruise Night, celebrating the 14th season that's coming to a close this evening. Gary, I'm Peggy Kelly. I'm sorry I didn't introduce myself. It's so nice to meet you. Where do you live?
Ventura.
In Ventura. Is this your first cruise night?
Yes, it is.
You mean you've never even been here before?
I've heard about it, but I never made it out here before.
Don't you regret now that you hadn't come here before this evening, sir?
Yes, there's a lot of really cool cars here.
Yeah, isn't it great?
Yeah.
And tell us about your car. You've got a beautiful Austin Healey.
Yeah, it's a 1961 Austin Healey 3000 Roadster. Totally restored in 2001. I've owned it since 1971. And I used to, back in the early days, I used to haul around our 4 kids in the back seat there, but you couldn't get them in there now.
Wow, I guess not. And are you looking to sell it? I noticed you have a for sale sign on the windshield.
Yes, I would like to sell it. My days of playing around with little sports cars are about over, and I'd like to get a flashy convertible, you know, something I can jump in and just take off and drive and not have to worry about anything on it.
Oh, okay. So in other words, this is the type of car that's probably best for somebody who likes to work on cars.
Yeah, there's always some little thing comes up now and then that you got to mess with and tinker with. And my tinkering days are about over, I think.
Well, that's great that you're so honest.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move it out, y'all. We're going for 4, 3, 2, and march forward, go. Tap it out. March it back. Tap it out. Now heel toe, right foot. And mud run, face this way. Turn it. Slide it back. Butterfly. Mower, right hand. Count it high. Mower, left hand. Count it high. Now scarecrow, left arm. March it right. Double chicken. Single fire. Now slap your left knee. Combo 2, ready? Heel tap. March your cross. Hold me to your right. Cross tap. Muscle left arm. Smooth it down. Twister. Pick up your tools. Hammer tie. Go. Now single knee back to front. Double fire.
Thank you.